Well, that fret's a bit nasty. Who let you in? Well, Happy New Year. I've not done a video in ages because I haven't really been feeling it. But I'm currently working on making this Gibson Les Paul playable. I did consider doing like a breakdown video on it, but it's a bit of a trigger's broom because it's got new pickups, new electronics, new switches, new knob switches, new tuners. So yeah, and now it's now it's having a pretty severe fret job. I'm putting a full away in at the moment because I want to be able to lower the action and not have it buzz out. I've got another guitar I'm going to work on in a minute, which I'm fixing, which had a bit of a ding, but I'll explain that when we get to it. First of all, I'm going to finish off this this fret job. Those teenage years definitely weren't wasted. So I've decided, actually, I will show you that PRS later with a ding, a ding-a-ling-ling. But I've decided, I had started making a video about Ben Chapman's Leathery stick, these things. And while I've already recorded those and stuff, that was months ago. So I'm gonna do a quick recap, and I'm gonna put these to use on here. We can call that a review, can't we? So the first thing to note is I don't like the bottles one bit. They have these syringe nozzle affairs, which maybe you're supposed to be able to tap out gently onto here. It just didn't work at all, and it just got on my nerves. So instead, I will just use a lolly stick and dab it on here. So to make it work, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on here. I'm hoping this has got, this has got a traditional dropper in it. Anyway, dab, 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 dab. In case you didn't guess, it was dabbed on. And then put some of the powder on. Now these are in different grits. It's very messy as well. You see, it's just gone everywhere. I forget what the grits are. The bottom one, it says it's 240. If you put a piece of 240 sandpaper next to a guitar, like a nickel fret on a guitar, that would just destroy it. So while I don't doubt that these grains are 240, it's not like putting a bit of a sandpaper on your guitar. So then you arse about like this to load it up. You don't need to do this too often. It's just I'm doing it because I'm on YouTube. Put a bit more of this on. And that is loaded up now, ready to go. Okay, it all came in this fancy bag. That's enough about you. So what I'll do, I've gone, now it says, I'm sure Ben said in a video that you can go straight from the tools to the strops. That didn't be the experience. That didn't be the experience in my experience. So I have gone tools and then 600 grit paper. Now I'm going to have a go using this drop. I think maybe if I go 2, 4, 6, 8, no, 6. I'll do a bunch of up to 240, then with the next, and then with the next, and then the next, and then we can maybe see how well it goes. I'm incredibly interested to see if the buffing compound makes it all really shiny, or whether I'm going to have to get the damn Dremel out. And one of the biggest advantages of this is it's silent. If I can do this at night when the kids are in bed, that's a winner. Right, here we go. Now, one of the first annoyances is this handle it's going to knock into the switch of a Les Paul. You'll have to... That's okay, I can always turn it this way and knock the camera over instead. Let's go. So after 220, it looks not too bad. I've seen worse finishes on some guitars in shops. So I'm going to leave these three at 220, which is why I put this tape here. Then I'm going to do the rest in, what is it, 400. And then we'll compare, and then I'll do the rest in the next, and then the rest in the next. I don't know why I moved the camera around when I was doing that. Right, see you in a minute. Bit worried this isn't actually going to show on camera. But not if you do a flyby like that, you idiot. Okay, so we were at 220 on these ones, 400 on these. You can definitely see an increase there. And this is up to 600, which you can kind of see an increase. Oh, let's make them a bit shinier. And then these are the ones that are buffed at the end. Now it looks like there's scratch marks, but that's because there's multiple strip lights above my head. It's interesting. Because I wonder... I bet if I put the Dremel on that, it's still going to be even brighter. But I'm wondering if I could take it from this very first stage straight to the Dremel. If I was going to do that, because the whole point is it's not, not to need one. Yeah, you can see the individual lights in there. And it's immediately clear that the buffing wheel on the Dremel is superior. But interestingly, so these three were done with 220, and the buffing wheel I'm absolutely fine. Then we got the 400 and 400 with the buffing wheel. Then 600, these two are buffing wheel, these two are not. And this is the final stage after it's been buffed, and then with the buffing wheel. And let's, can we get a better? No, I need a better camera really. But now I'm thinking, no, not. I was thinking, could you go straight from 220 to the buffing wheel? But the difference between 220 and 400 then buffed is markedly different. 600 buffing wheel, less so. So I think you could go straight from 400 to buffing wheel. Although that's not the point of this. The point of this is it's supposed to be gentle and quiet, but there we go. So, would I recommend Ben Crowe's Leathery sticks? That's Ben Crowe. I think it's a Ben Chapman idea. But... well, they have advantages. They are a lot easier to hold a tool like this than try and grip hold of a tiny little fret eraser, which I've normally been doing. And chopping up different grits of sandpaper, that's annoying. They are messy. They don't completely they didn't completely replace the entire process for me. Maybe they will later with practice. I would recommend giving them a go because my dodgy old hands don't like gripping onto the tiny little erasers for too long. And if I can get the knack of it to replace the Dremel, then that would be a massive advantage. As it is, I can't see myself not using the Dremel for the final buff. I've got to stop staring at these, look at me. And with that, goodbye. Ooh. I think I mentioned at the start of this video I was going to work on this Les Paul, more commonly known as a PRS. It is the anniversary edition, and during the gig the poor guy playing it had someone dance into the PA and a speaker land on it. And I don't know if we can see here, there's also some damage to the side of the fretboard here. So I think my next video will be, can I make it playable again? Because at the moment there's massive shards of whatever PRS uses a finish on here. It's a bit like glass. Anyway, I'm rattling on. Goodbye.